Hi, I'm Steph, and today I'm going to unbox the Oru Kayak Bay ST for the first time. I've been an Oru Kayak user for over 2 years and have previously purchased 2 Oru Kayaks. This Oru Kayak Bay ST was actually sent to me by the PR company for Oru to try out and to share my experiences with. Inside the box, they also sent along a PFD, the Oru gel seat, and I already own these 2 items, so I'm just going to keep them in the box. The Bay ST spray skirt, instructions, and the Oru Kayak Bay ST. And you can see I can easily carry it myself at 26 pounds. So let's look inside the envelope that came with the Bay ST. It looks like there's some extra parts that come with it. There's also a assembly and disassembly guide, which is what I'm going to follow today for putting together the kayak. There's also an owner's manual. You want to read this. This tells you just the safety of using a kayak and general things you need to know about the kayak and kayaking specifically. Also a cute little dog, some information about the referral program, and gotta have some stickers. Now, I was excited about the spray skirt here because this is the only skirt you're going to see me in, so I had to try it on before I even assembled the kayak. So this is something that you put on, and then you put this around the cockpit of the kayak, which I'll show at the very end, and it's a way to help protect from water getting inside the kayak and from getting yourself wet when you're on choppy water. All right, time to assemble the kayak for the very first time. So like I said, I just followed the manual. I didn't watch the video that Oru Kayak has on the YouTube channel, but I will put a link to that so you can watch that. I did actually watch it after I assembled the kayak, but I wanted to just follow the manual for this first time. It does come with the standard seat, which is not very comfortable, so I'm glad they included that gel seat. So I put that to the side, and I'll definitely use the gel seat though when I use the kayak. So there's a little bit of packing material that I took out and threw away. And now I'm just pulling the sides up, and there's a little orange dot where you're supposed to pull from, so that is helpful to have that there. It's not going to last though. I think it's just there initially to kind of help you guide you for like the first couple times you put it together. And these are the zipper channels. They come wrapped up, but I'm going to throw away that packaging. And then there was also some lubricant for the zipper channels to help them easily glide if they don't over time, but they did work perfectly fine for me on this first time. And then I'm putting the bulkheads into the front and the back. This is not the next step that you have to do because I'm going to have to redo it in a second, but that's what I'm doing right here. Then this middle section actually just clips right in. Reading this in the manual looked a little bit difficult, but it actually was really straightforward to stand it up, and it just snaps right into place. And I'm making sure that nothing gets caught under that middle section so that I can adjust the footrest when I'm inside. Now I'm making sure those bulkheads are in place, and again, I'm referencing the manual. And now I'm just going to tighten it all together with this middle strap. And here I'm putting on the zipper channel. This took a little bit to get in place, but it really was not that difficult. I thought this might be a hard step, but it actually went on pretty easily. And here I'm clipping that into place. Now I'm putting the seat in place, and on the back of the seat there's little holes where the kayak attaches to the seat. And now I'm putting the zipper channel on here, and again, it worked really fairly easy. I will say I like this design better than the design on my 2 Oru kayaks that just kind of attach with a buckle design. There's a clasp that goes across to secure the back seat, and I initially didn't do this right, so make sure that clasp is on the right side before you put everything together, or you'll have to redo it. Then there's a little piece that you fit in place to help it keep water out. And then I just put the cover over that. And it's a little challenging at first. Everything's going to be a little bit more challenging because this is the first time assembling the kayak, but over time it's going to get easier. And then the deck lines just attach here, and it was very straightforward. And these deck lines attach to each other. Then I added the gel seat. Like I said, the gel seat is way more comfortable than the standard seat that the kayak comes with. And I'm attaching the backrest so that I can adjust it and make it most comfortable. And now I'm getting in the kayak for my first time. I am really excited, I'll have to tell you. And I'm adjusting the footrest right here. And I adjusted the seat as well a little bit. And now I got to try that spray skirt. So I put it back on, and I'm going to see how difficult or how easy it is to put on. And I will say there's a nice little channel on the cockpit, around the cockpit, that this fits right into. And it was pretty straightforward to add. I don't know how much I will use this because here in Florida, this would be really hot to kayak for a long time, completely enclosed inside the kayak, but I'll definitely try it out. And here it is fully assembled. It actually was way more straightforward than I thought it would be. It took about 20 minutes to do this initial assembly, which was not bad at all, especially as I was trying to film and read and do everything all at the same time. I was very surprised at how easy it went together. I thought it was going to be a lot more challenging and there would be just more challenges to it, and honestly, there wasn't. I would say this is right on par with how easy it is to put together the other two kayaks I have, the Oru Inlet and the Oru Lake. This takes a little bit more time because there's a couple more steps and it's bigger. And ultimately, it's not that challenging. It's really straightforward where everything goes and everything fits really nicely together. And now I'm disassembling, and I do like that the bulkhead, the front bulkhead, actually stays within the kayak, which is nice. There's a little clip that you clip it inside. And then to fold it up, it's very easy. You just fold it in half and then you push the side in here. And then there's a little black and orange arrow in that on each of these sides. And then inside there is a little circle orange and a circle black, and you just line up the arrows with those, and that's how you know which side to put the kayak on. But I don't think it matters. I think you could put it on either side and it would still work. Then there's all the room in here to put the zipper channels and to put the bulkhead and the seat right there on the side. And then this just goes right on top. And everything is really well engineered. It fits really well together. And then to secure everything, you just put the straps on top of that. They fit on either side, and then you can carry it wherever you want to go. So after I assembled this, I then watched Oru video on how to assemble it, and I pretty much did exactly as they showed. And here it is all together after I assembled it for the first time. And the next day I decided to try it again, and this is in the backyard. And this time I'm not following any instructions, so I was just trying to remember how everything went together. And I pretty much was able to remember everything. A couple steps I didn't do in the exact right order, but it didn't have any effect on the assembly. And you're going to notice I'm actually putting float bags in the front and bow of the kayak because for safety, you want to have those in there in case you capsize. It helps keep your kayak afloat. So I just threw those in there. And this assembly took me about 10 minutes. So after that initial first 20 minutes, it took me about 10 minutes. And now that I've done it a couple more times since, I think it probably takes even less than 10 minutes. It takes longer to disassemble because I have to spend time cleaning and make sure it's clean before I put it in the box form. But here you go. You can see it's all together. And if you want to see me actually using the kayak and see my full review of the first time I used the BST, you can check that video out right here. Thanks for joining, and I hope you have a great day.